Hello, beautiful people. Thank you so much for joining me. So, full disclosure, I bought a mic and I used it on this video and it was trash. Who knew? So I'll be doing a voiceover. So I am going to do a really, really nice flawless makeup. You know, I'll be calling them flawless. Now let's talk about flawless. We make up our own definition. This makeup right here, I took pictures with my back camera, no editing. It was a bomb. It was definitely giving flawless. And as you can see in my skin, I have like some blemishes and all type of stuff going on, especially on my chin. So, woo. But anyway, I just used the Bobbi Brown eye base like I always do. And this is the Milk Makeup primer. So I had done my skincare routine and I had on SPF, and I feel like the Milk Makeup primer, it doesn't really go with SPF, but I tapped it in and it got back clear. Now I'm using one of the best foundations on the market. Baby, this House Labs foundation is excellent. It really so good. It's probably my favorite. If I had a favorite before, it don't matter because this one is excellent. It matches my skin completely and it's just so flawless. It doesn't seep into the lines or anything. So if you haven't checked this one out yet, definitely check it out. At least get a sample. It's a lot of shades, so you probably can find your shade. I am in the shade 340. So I'm using a nice little Real Technique brush to blend it out. The key here is to blend, blend, blend. I use about a pump and a half. You can really do your whole face with one pump. But blend, 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 move it all around the skin. And I wanted to focus on the perimeter of my face. So nothing is pretty much going under the eyes until we get to concealer. So no foundation under the eye, basically. Next for concealer, I'm using Born This Way. And this is in the shade Cookie. So this is a new shade. I was using Warm Sand and Sand, and they have more of a rosy undertone. This shade Cookie is perfect. Foundation Twins, this is our perfect highlight shade. I just apply that lightly, blend that out with the Real Techniques setting brush. This brush, you already know. I always talk about this brush. How many times do you hear me talk about this brush? I know, but when things are good, I like to really put emphasis on it because everything don't be good. This is something that is great, to me at least. Now I'm moving into the cream contour using a Danessa Balm. This is in medium 3. I think it's a great shade for me as well. So that's what I like to, really pay attention to is the undertones and the shades, because we can make stuff work when it comes to makeup, but I'm not really in the business of making stuff work. I want it to work, okay? Especially for my coin. That's why I be taking stuff back. So I really urge y'all, if you get something that don't work for you, take it back. Go get your money back with a smile, girl, because this is our hard-earned money that we spend on products that don't all the way work. Take it all the way back, period. So we're blending this in. This is giving us a great bronzy contour, putting it on the chin and around the forehead because that's important. Then we're going to go in with blush. I've been loving the cream blush. So this is from Rare Beauty in the shade Lovely. So I'm using that same brush. It's important to just wipe it off, get some of that contour off, and then just tap, 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 tap. And it's important to go back in with the concealer brush just to make sure everything is blended out. Then I'm going in with a little bit more concealer, that same concealer in the same shade. And I'm blending that out with a sponge just for a little bit more highlight, a little bit more blending. So yeah, lately I haven't been using sponges as much, but I always have them by my side because it's going to give you a seamless look. So I decided to cream contour my nose today. I haven't done that in a while, but it does contribute to the snatch look for sure. And when you snatch your nose, it all comes together. So I'm just using the same balm. I'm going to blend that out. As you can see, the concealer, the Born This Way, has been sitting on my nose for a while. I think that's what you should do to get that prominent nose contour. Just let it sit there. Don't even blend it out. I mean, we're going to blend it, but it's been sitting there for a while. I'm getting my shape together, and I'm just going to use the sponge to blend a bit. Nothing too major. If y'all have questions on nose contour, you can let me know. It's not my strong suit, but when I do it, I take my time. I try to get it right and try to make sure it's straight, okay? That'd be the thing, making sure it's straight. So then we're going to go in and set using the Fenty Beauty foundation powder in the shade 300 and all of the areas that I highlighted. And let's just watch the transformation. So this is probably my favorite part of makeup. when I put the powders on, how it takes the makeup look all the way up. The powders to me is just what snatch you, like I always say. And just look at this. Look at this powder, period. And this is just the beginning. We got a lot of powders to go. Now I'm taking the face powder in my shade 345 and setting pretty much everywhere. I'm going over the blush. I'm going over the contour, the cream contour. I'm going over everything and pulling it all together because those cream products, they're still going to shine through, okay? This is me setting my face before I go in with any other powders like powder bronzer, powder blush, so it can blend seamlessly. Okay, but the foundation powder is what's going to bring it all together, set it on down, get us all flawless like we love, period. Okay, now I'm going in with bronzer from Fenty as well. This is in the shade Caramel Cutie. And I'm just tap, 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 tap. Clearly, that's what I'm saying in the video. Tap it in, tap, tap, tap in like Sweetie said, period. Just getting it like, we don't want that harsh look. I remember I used to take an angle brush and like really make it harsh. Like that's not the vibe no more, clearly. We tapping it in. We just having a nice seamless bronze look. And this bronzer from Fenty Beauty we know is a bomb. It's a staple. And for blush, I decided to go with the Juvia's Place Volume 4. I use both of the pink shades here, the lighter and the darker. The darker one, I just tap because it's so pigmented, you don't need a lot at all. Okay, so more powder. This is important. This Huda Beauty Banana Bread powder. Watch how I bring the look all the way together. We are going to let it bake a bit. So I'm kind of placing it strategically. Make sure you get the size of your nose. And I'm putting it everywhere where I pretty much highlight it. And I'm going to wipe off the excess where I really don't want it to be because that does make a difference. And we're going to let this bake. Now, to set that cream contour on my nose, I'm just using my Fenty Beauty foundation powder in 345, which is my shade. Because once you pack on your foundation shade, it's going to get darker. So it's no really need to use like Caramel Cutie. That'd be a little bit too dark. And that's just basically not the look that I'm going for. Now with the bake, it's set on for a good minute. Now I'm just tapping it in. I've stopped like wiping it off. I'm just tapping it in. I'm tapping my smile lines a bit. And this is how you get like a highlighted and flawless look, pushing that powder into the skin. And it also kind of removes it and it's not just sitting on top of the skin anymore. So I wanted to try the LYS setting spray for the first time. I ordered this and I got it in the mail. And it actually was really good. I feel like all the products today really worked out because like I told y'all, the face was flawless. As you will see at the end of the video, I did insert some pictures. So this is Makeup Forever Limitless Brown. One of my faves. I love Makeup Forever liners and I love a brown lip liner. Clearly, that's literally all I do. So I actually lost the last clip, which I'm kind of pressed about, but we're going to keep moving forward. I didn't let it discourage me. All I did was go in with mascara, which I used the Fan Fest from Benefit. That's my staple at the moment, paired with a primer. And for the lip, I put on Fenty Beauty Sweet Mouth, her gloss bomb in the shade Sweet Mouth. And that was pretty much it. So this is the final look, you guys. Thank you guys so much for watching. Please give this video a thumbs up and comment down below. Let me know what else you want to see from me. But the face was definitely sitting. I really enjoyed this look. It lasts all night. The setting spray, I would definitely use it again. The brows is definitely Benefit Precisely My Brown. And these are the pictures right here. Look at this. Yes, girl. No editing or anything. Period.